4 to 9 is about Jesus Christ. Now, what did you learn about Jesus Christ? In verse 4, let's start from the very beginning, verse 4. What did you learn about Jesus Christ? Okay, the Lord has given Jesus Christ a tongue of what? Okay, a tongue of disciples. For what purpose would be the Lord's giving of Jesus Christ a tongue of disciples? Okay, so that He will sustain the weary one with a word. Okay, not with a sword. Okay, to sustain the weary one with a word. Remember, what's the focus of part 2 of Isaiah part 2? Comfort. Comfort, my people, comfort or comfort, right? It's about comfort. See? So in the case of Jesus Christ, God has given Him a tongue of disciples. What do you think? Does all of us have a tongue of disciples?
Sometimes.
Sometimes? Or how about you, Melvin? Do you have a tongue of disciples? Long time no see, Melvin. Welcome back. God is so kind, no? God knows I cannot handle 2 types of people. Anyway, okay. Joke only. I'm just very happy that you came back.
Yes, of course.
Okay, sige. Now, what's my last question? Do you have a tongue of disciple? Do you have a tongue of a disciple?
Yes.
Huh?
We must.
Yes. Wait. How do you see yourself? Do you see yourself as a disciple?
Yes.
Do you see yourself as a disciple?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
You said yes?
Yes, because we are a student of precept upon precept. We are a learner.
Okay. So make sure, okay, the tongue of a disciple is one that's going to comfort someone. That's why how to sustain the weary one with a word. What else did you learn about Jesus Christ? So He awakens who? Who awakes who? God awakens who? Jesus. When? Morning by morning. Okay. No wonder in the gospel you see also Jesus Christ every morning. Every morning. While He was still dark. The whole of the gospel from Matthew to John. Okay? Now what else did you learn What else did you learn about Jesus Christ? Or Leslie, what else did you learn about Jesus Christ? So God awakes Jesus Christ morning by morning. What else did you learn about Jesus Christ? Oh, so God awakens what? His ears. Okay, His ears to do what? To listen as what?
As a disciple.
See, God awakens Jesus Christ morning by morning to listen as a disciple. Do you see? Do you see now how important opening our ears, listening to God?
Those who has an ear,
God
let him hear.
opens Jesus' ear morning by morning as a disciple. To listen as a disciple. To listen as a learner. So what can we say about the relationship between God and Jesus Christ? It's not only about God the Father and God
Father
the
and
Son.
Son.
It's not only about a teacher and a student. What else? What else can you say about the relationship between God and His Huh? It's not only about father and son. What else?
Obedience to the Father.
Yes.
Obedience to the father.
Yes.
The relationship. They were intimate. They were intimate. How intimate? Do you see God as a discipler and Jesus Christ as a disciple?
Yes.
So basically, ganun din. Okay, basically when Jesus Christ came to earth, okay, what did he look for? He looked for disciples. He looked for disciples. Hindi, he looked for disciples. So God discipled Jesus Christ. Very clear in chapter 15. And when Jesus, and then Jesus discipled 12 people.
Yes.
Ganun yun. So, that's why we are always going down discipling. That's why the way to go is to disciple someone. To disciple someone.
Second Timothy disciples. Go and make disciples.
Yeah. Okay. Do you remember when Jesus Christ was getting his disciples, Peter and Andrew, James and John? What did Jesus Christ told them?
Fishers of men.
Okay, Jesus Christ was upfront. Jesus Christ was very upfront. He told them right away his objective for them.
Okay.
I will make you fishers of men. But come follow me, and I will make you fishers of men. Basically, that's why the way I see Matthew,
Matthew chapter 4, verse 20.
the way I see Matthew is that Jesus Christ was getting his disciples. Okay? And he was upfront. This is what I noticed about Jesus Christ. He was not hiding. Then just like, I want you to catch men, fishers of men. So basically, let me ask you this. What is your understanding of Jesus' objective to the disciples? To catch men. I'm going to make you fishers of men.
To disciple. To continue this. To
To
continue.
evangelize. If your answer is to evangelize only, catching men is connected to sharing the gospel, evangelization, 50% only.
To continue discipleship.
That will be half an answer only. Because basically, if you look at the life of Jesus Christ, he did not come to save. He did not come to save. Okay, he came to save. Okay, half of it would be saved. But when Jesus Christ was saying to the disciples, I'm going to ask you to catch men, Jesus Christ was asking them, I also want you to catch men so that the work of the kingdom will continue.
Continue discipleship.
So basically, it's not only about saving men. It's not only about salvation. That is why if our thinking of catching men is evangelization, that is wrong. 50% na.
Pero anong deep group? Anong deep group? Deep group.
75%. You understand? That's why catching men is more connected to making disciples.
Make disciples of man.
Go and make disciples. Diba? As you go and make disciples, kasama ang evangelization. It's not evangelization separated from discipleship. If you think that salvation is not connected to discipleship, you are very, very wrong.
To evangelize as well
are to evangelize as well as you are to disciple. So in one sense, you go and you share and you make disciples.
Teaching them. And teach them to believe. And ito siya. And I was not disobedient.
Yes, very good.
Not all who are evangelizing or discipling people. They're just sharing the word, but not discipling.
Mali yun. That will be,
People are-
No, because others are plant, Apollos planted, water.
Not all are making discipling, but we should be discipling.
could be, but feeling ko, when Jesus Christ commissioned, diba? Go and make disciples. So all of us are to go and make disciples.
In simple language, mag-recruit ka.
50 pa rin ba? Ano ba tawag yan? For
Gifts.
gifts.
Sorry?
Talent.
So,